Hey guys, happy Cinco de Mayo. I've got a margarita, which you can barely see with the blue screen, but hope you guys are having a great day so far. Paul, what's going on? You are first to show up here, so thanks for stopping by. This is only our second week doing this on YouTube, so I'm not sure how many people are going to show up, but that's okay. Hey, Beer Downloads in, Rednucks in. What's going on, guys? Happy 5th of May. McMahon, how you doing? Joey, what's up? Thanks for stopping in, you guys. Should be a fun night tonight. I was thinking that we could try a fragrance oil tonight. And of course, we can mix that with any essential oils we want. But I know last week we did an essential oil blend, which I think we're gonna just look forward and not look back, right? That's what you do. Hey, Rodney, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in here. Hey, Jason. So how you guys, hope you don't mind. I am going to have a little margarita. This is 1800 and some margarita mix just for the occasion. And it tastes really good. Speaking of which, for some reason, I always thought Madhouse Margarita was going to be like a really, really top seller, which is a beard oil we have. But for some reason, it's just not, it doesn't sell that much. It's a really good smell, but I don't know. I think it might be the name. Maybe it's scaring people off. But Madhouse Margarita sounds good to me, but it was good. Oh, Redneck said he was watching The Punisher from 2004, but stopped it so I can watch you. Man, that's some power right there. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. But although that will be back, like, did you pause it so you can go back and watch it, right? Hey, Charlie, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. We are just kind of just gathering here, and then we're going to come up with some great ideas together, and then we're going to make a new scent, and we're going to collaborate on it and see what happens tonight. That's the cool thing. You never know what it's going to come out like. You know, it could come out amazing. It could come out so-so. It could come out like crap. Who knows? We'll see what happens, though. But we'll try to put together, you know, using our heads and collaborating with each other. We'll try to steer each other in the right direction to make sure that it will come out really nice. So Joey says, Madhouse Margarita is a great scent. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I like that scent a lot. And when I first made it, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a top seller. I just knew it. And it wasn't. It's not a top seller, and I'm not sure why, but it is good. It's a really nice scent. So Redneck says, I paused it. I'm waiting for 2 games to come in the mail for my Nintendo GameCube. Awesome. Yeah, I hate the waiting game is tough, especially when you're like, I want to play this, or if it's beard oil, I want that beard oil. It's got to get here. And you know, it's tough. And guys, I am going to acknowledge that for the first time in almost 4 years, we made a major error this week. We somehow, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but somehow we swapped out 2 orders. In other words, we're putting orders together. I was putting orders together, I should say. I'll take the blame for this one. And I put a shipping sticker on one envelope, and it was on the wrong package. And so I got an email from that customer saying, I got the wrong package, I think. I think this is somebody else's. And sure enough, it was exactly the same night, within a few order numbers of each other, that I put 2 and 2 together, and I realized that, oh my gosh. So I sent an email to the other person to say, hey, who had not received it yet, and saying, by the way, you're going to get a package that's not yours, but of course, it's yours now to enjoy if you'd like to, but I'm going to send yours out. So that was last night we discovered that. And so today we shipped those out again. But wow, that's the first time I did that. And I'm obviously was embarrassed about that. But hey, we learned from our mistakes. And even though it's only happened once so far, we're going to try to figure out a way to make sure that doesn't happen again, because that is embarrassing. Jason says, my custom order you did for me, I can never say this word, MOMA was a fantastic fragrance. I use it all the time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oops. It was It was an accident, but all you can do is just, move on and make it up to folks. So that's what we did. Yeah, things happen. But I know when people are waiting though for like, oh, this is what I ordered, it's like they want to get it out there as soon as possible, or they want it to get there as soon as possible. So it is what it is. So they were appreciative. At least, the one of them was. I haven't heard back from the other customer yet, but I'm sure they will be fine too. Got my package yesterday. Dangerous Mango is great. One of the best butters I've used. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, those butters are really nice. I love using butters now. At night, they're great for conditioning, and even during the day, they do provide enough hold for my beard that it's it's manageable, and it's I like the butters better than the balms. Speaking of balms, let me get you guys' opinion on this. So you guys know, like, for example, let's say you like castor oil in your beard oil, and you can check a little box to say, please add castor oil. What do you guys think of the idea of, for those of you that have tried our balms, which are more of a conditioning balm, what do you think about having that same option for adding extra beeswax to make it a little thicker and hold your beard in place? Because some people do like the conditioning balms, but we can probably pretty easily add that option to make a harder balm also. Does that sound like it would be something you'd be interested in having a choice about? Or are you just like, nah, yours is what it is, and if we want something harder, we'll get your wax, or we'll go to another company for the balm that's harder? So Charlie says he's not a strong hold balm guy. Yeah, I'm really not either, but some people are. And so I'm thinking, like, if we made our default the way it is now, and then if someone wanted a stronger balm, then we would just have some extra beeswax in those tins to make it harder. Hey, Andrew, greetings from Facebook while driving through Dallas. Well, be safe, man. I hope you guys are listening to this like a podcast. Sometimes I love listening to YouTube shows on just the radio, like streaming it into the car sounds like a podcast. So Rodney says the extra beeswax is a good idea for ones who want it. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. So we're going to just kind of get a general sense of, how easy it would be to implement. I think it's going to be pretty easy because we have a pretty good process down now for how we do our stuff here. So I think we could do that pretty well. Beta says, I prefer more hold, but your wax is great for that. Yep, it's really good for hold, but there's no conditioning agents in the wax. So if we were to make the balm stronger for those that wanted it, they'd get the benefit of the conditioning as well, plus a hold. So let's see, I would give it an option, but your butter held well for me yesterday during the day. All right, Charlie, thanks. That's good information right there. Let's see, Logan says, I think people would like that. Hey, Logan, your balm is really nourishing, almost like a butter. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. Some people say they get confused. Like I've seen some reviews who are like, I thought that you might have accidentally packed a butter in here, but I guess it really is a balm. So Andrew's in the passenger seat. Okay, cool. Still need to get that wax. Man, that wax, I'm telling you, it is strong. It's a good, strong wax. It will definitely hold. Rodney says, I'm not a balm user. I'd say most consumers would enjoy having a choice. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And especially since we offer so many choices, it kind of makes sense that we could do that. They should oil regardless of if using balm. Well, I would agree with you, although I know what we put into our balm, and we do put oils in our balm too. So, I mean, you would get a deep conditioning. Our balm is plus a conditioning balm. It's not a very thick one. Ferocious butter is the industry standard in my book. Well, thank you very much, Download. Let's see, Charlie says, I use butter day and night. I don't like to wash my beard but twice a week, so I don't like a lot of beeswax. Okay, fair point. Yeah, that's the thing. You're right. The more beeswax you add, then the more you're going to have to clean it out. So, let's see. Choices is what makes Ferocious stand out. Well, yeah, thank you. You're right. And that is definitely one of the things that makes us stand out for sure. It's like, I mean, sometimes I know, like when you read the marketing books and you read how different companies do things, they always say, less is more and this and that. But I think that for the people that come to Ferocious, they do like the choices. I mean, about maybe a third to a quarter of the people who come to Ferocious select castor oil. Of course, there's so many scent varieties, and we get a variety of orders that are all different scents from across the board. So, it's definitely the options galore at Ferocious. So Paul says, off topic, what is the difference in your New Day oil for roughly $9 compared to your regular oil? And that's a good question. We get that a lot. So the only difference really is that it's a thinner oil with the New Day blend. And the reason for it is because we use sunflower oil instead of jojoba oil in the New Day blend. And because, well, first of all, sunflower oil is very good for your beard. But it just so happens it's not nearly as expensive as jojoba oil is. And so when we buy it at a much cheaper price, it allows for us to sell it at a price that is, significantly less than $16.99. And plus, I've always wanted to have a oil available on the site for people that are just, going through tough times and they need something that's going to be much better than the store-bought brands and handcrafted, and they'll still be able to come shop at Ferocious because I want to make sure that we're able to reach as many customers as possible. And that's the other reason why we have it, because I want to make sure that, you're getting a quality oil at a price that isn't generally going to break the bank. So that's the reason for it. And there's really not many companies that use sunflower oil. We did a lot of research into it and we did a lot of testing, and it's great for your beard. Quentin says, can't wait for my wash to get here and try that. I'm sure it'll be on point, just like everything else. Our wash, just a little bit. That's all you need. And it's going to suds up really, really well. And then it's going to rinse really well. And then it's going to feel super soft. It won't feel stripped. I'm going to my parents. Andrew says, I'm going to my parents for the weekend. I brought Ferocious washing conditioner and got my Texas Night combo waiting for me at the house. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, it's just, plus it works really well too. I've had people who have ordered both and have said that the only difference, they could feel it was a thinner oil and it felt a little bit different in the beard, but it was still good though. So the more choices you give, the more customers you attract. However, I would have something you stand for. Ex-Detroit, grooming equals butter. Fable equals characters. Yeah, I think what we stand for is obviously U.S. veterans and the U.S. military with our 25% discount all the time on every product. We also stand for, for the fact that you can create your own, literally create your own custom oils and butters and balms, just like we're going to do tonight. So that's definitely something that we do. Let's see. Logan, your custom is being made tonight, if I'm not mistaken, because I was going to do it earlier, but then with that whole shenanigans with the swapping the two products out accidentally, the two orders out, that took up the time I was going to use. So that is going to be made tonight. If I'm not mistaken, I have to double check. I don't think I've made, in fact, I know I've not made it yet. So it'll be tonight. So I'll probably, I typically get to bed about 1 o'clock in the morning and it's going to be good. Beardius, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by to show some love. All right. So Redneck says the New Day oils are great. And when you're on a budget, they are super better than store-bought. Thank you. And that's the reason we do it, is because I don't want you to run out to Walmart and pick up something that's going to make your beard dried out. So that's thank you, Redneck, for chiming in. I know you've tried a couple of those New Days, and so thank you. I am catching up on, oh, look at this. So Bearded Download, he says he prefers the New Day blend more. My beard loves the sunflower oil. Cool. Yeah, it definitely is. It's good, guys. I'm telling you what. And it's $8.95 and it's great, and it's going to last you just as long as the $16.99 beard oil. Again, though, it is a little thinner, though, just a little bit. Oh, Jason, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Your wash is awesome. No, wait, everything is awesome. Keep up the great work. Whew, awesome. Thank you. And I tell you what, my wife loves these comments too because she's the one that's making a lot of these products. And it's just, thank you guys for the business. Really, I appreciate that. Charles, exactly. I would say you stand for veterans, send options. And in my opinion, butter is a strength. Yes. Joey says you need to try Oud to Joy. That's the official Bearded Beta collab. That's a raspberry and oud scent. Great stuff. Really good. Oh, yes. I shipped your giveaway first. I did. I didn't want you to wait for that. So sometimes, I could have held it, but I'm like, you know what? No, let me just get this to Logan because he won and I don't want people to wait. Hey, Tim McDevitt's in the house. What's going on? From Facebook. I used to work with this guy in Rhode Island. Doing great, Tim. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. One of the few people that call me Nate Dog. Our skin is all different and likes different stuff. Yes, absolutely. Is there a way to get an extra thick beard oil? Paul, we do offer a castor upgrade. It's a free upgrade if you want castor in your beard oil, and that will definitely thicken the oil up. Now, I only put in no more than about 15% castor oil because after that, it becomes no more effective to put more than that. So that's why it's about 15% at the most. So that'll thicken it up. E-Rock, just popping in to say hello. Was past my bedtime. Early riser here. Well, all right, man. Thank you. Get to bed. We're going to be making a collab in a bit, I think. What is oud scent? Oud is, so ours is a fragrance oil, but oud is a really, it's just an amazing scent. It's like it's some companies sell a essential oil of oud, and it is a natural scent that comes from basically the musk. Well, hold on. I'm trying to remember the exact. It's basically like it comes from rotting wood, is what it is, and in Indonesia, and so if you get real oud essential oil, it's super expensive. I mean, like $500 for like half an ounce or something like that. It's really, really expensive, prohibitively expensive. It wouldn't make any sense for Ferocious to buy essential oil unless we were charging $30 a bottle with no discount. So that's the reason we use a fragrance oil for that. So that's what it is. So Beardy says, so what is this collaboration corner all about? It is basically a work in progress. This is our second week doing it. And what we do is we put our noggins together here and we try to come up with a scent together. And it allows for us to kind of all collaborate on what we're looking for in a scent. And hopefully, if the stars collide and everything works out fine, we're going to have a really nice scent. I mean, we're about 50-50 because the first time we did it on Instagram and it came out, Colorado Cabin came out really, really nice. Last week, though, the scent, I think because we added lime to a coffee-based scent, it just kind of didn't really work out as well as I would have expected. I mean, some people might like it, but for me, wasn't for me. I'll put it that way. But that's okay. We're going to do this every week. It's going to be fun. We're going to come up with new things every week. So anytime I run into some on a budget, I send them to you first. Thank you very much, Redneck. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And I'm just catching up here. I personally would love to see more scents offered in washes. First is the best wash ever. Thanks. The only reason we don't do a super amount of scents in washes is because some of the fragrance oils we use and essential oils, they're not strong enough to hold in the wash. And so when you get the bottle, we're going to be using too much essential oil and or too much fragrance oils in order to get that to you. And then you're just going to wash it out anyway and put oil in your beard. And so that's the reason why those scents that we've chosen are scents that really do kind of, we don't need to use a terrible amount of drops in order to get it to stay scented when it mixes in that wash. That's the reason why we don't have all those different scents. in the wash. Castor oil, for me, makes all the difference. I can tell if I don't use your oil or thicker oil like Fable oil. I have little to no control without blow drying. I have a lot of grays. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of grays, and they are drier than the non-grays. But I've noticed it seems like, little by little it's getting grayer. Every month or two, it's a little bit longer. So let's see. I have to finish my lesson plan for my students. Distance learning continues here. All right. Well, Rodney, thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate you. And get to that lesson plan. Take care, Rodney. All right. So watermelon cantaloupe would be a good one, in my opinion. That would be a nice one. Except for two problems. I don't have watermelon and I don't have cantaloupe. Not that I can't get them, but I'm going to show you on my screen the fragrance oils that we have. So let me do that real quick. And then just like last week, let's see, this should be popping up in a minute. Any weather on your part of the state? Not right now. And last night was gorgeous. Until last night, it started thundering out, like really heavy duty. I wasn't even expecting it last night. And next thing I knew, it was around 10 o'clock. Severe thunder and lightning, a lot of rain. And then 2 hours later, it was gone. I think it pretty much developed over the Keller-Fort Worth area because it was not really large on the radar until it got over our area. All right, and let's see. Charlie says, I personally like washes and cold washes with little to no scent. All right, there's a little bit of a delay on my screen. I think it's because I'm streaming this here. I want to remove the oil scent so I don't clash with what I wore the day before. I have not gotten any alerts of any severe warnings at the moment, but I will check it in a little bit and we'll see what's going on. So let me just scroll through this list and show you guys kind of, these are the different fragrance oils that Ferocious has. And I mean, I'm not going to read all of them, but if you can see them, starting with apple, banana, bay rum, blackberry, we've got Captain Crunchberry, which is like a cereal scent. We've got Caribbean Escape, which is like a tropical landscape, pina colada, coconut, and pineapple. Of course, cedar leather, which is popular in our Savage beard oil. Cherry almond's a nice one. Although you got to go kind of light with the cherry almond because otherwise, to me, it kind of has a medicinal scent to it if you have if you put too much in. So almost like a Robitussin if you use too much of it, but if you use just enough to kind of add a little cherry scent to whatever you're making, it's spot on. It's really nice. Chocolate mint, that's one that's kind of a newer scent that we have here. Let's see, coconut lime verbena. There's your sublime, and then we also add coconut essential oil to the lime sublime. So basically, as we're looking through this list here, what we want to do is we want to basically come up with a base note, which is going to be the scent that lasts the longest in the oil. And then we want to come up with a middle note, which will probably last maybe 4 hours or so, 4 to 5 hours, whereas the base might last 6 to 8. And then we want to maybe have a top note, 1 or 2 of those to kind of just add a little bit of extra, zing to the scent or just finish it off. And then, of course, we don't have to have one of each, especially when it comes to fragrance oils. Fragrance oils are more forgiving, I think, when it comes to base, middle, and top notes, because some fragrance oils kind of go through the entire spectrum of that. So you don't need to necessarily have that. We started off with coffee last week. Now, the coffee scent is an essential oil. We don't have a fragrance oil of coffee, but we do have a coffee scent. And that's, again, how we started last week, which I'm not saying we can't add coffee to this one. We certainly can. But I wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of like what we have for, the fragrance oils. Pineapple and oud. Yeah, that would be nice. Oud is a nice blend that, like, it's a nice scent that you can mix with lots of different things and have a great scent going for you. So redneck, I do have cedar leather at the moment. I have not got, no, do I? No, I don't have regular leather yet. That's something that I'm going to be testing, but I don't have regular leather. So like leather, then Cuban tobacco, then barbershop. So what we'll do is we can start checking these boxes off like we did last week. So then we can kind of narrow it down from there. So Cuban tobacco. I will just check off cedar leather, even though we don't have a pure leather scent. And barbershop, which isn't like a old time barbershop scent. So we can start with that. You know, that's when Logan's talking about pineapple and oud, maybe we might want to think about, I'm going to just write some of these down now. Pineapple and oud, pineapple and oud as one possibility. And then the other possibility for this week is cedar leather, Cuban tobacco. Sorry, you can hear me typing here, but I don't have my microphone on a stand, so it's on the desk here. And barbershop. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of go through this together and figure out what the scents that we want to use. So let's see. McMahon says, why is, oh, you know what? There's a delay here. I am trying to get this message to show up. Raspberry porter and oatmeal stout. I hope I don't have a super delay on your end, like when you're watching. Raspberry porter and oatmeal stout. I smell both of those in my head, but not together. I'm curious what the blend would be like. I think so. The oatmeal stout is a warm, fairly strong scent. So the raspberry is also a fairly strong scent if you're pretty heavy with it. So I'm not saying that won't be bad, but I'm saying that it will be a strong scent for sure. All right, and let me switch here to Charlie's message because he says coffee, chocolate mint, bourbon, like a Bailey's. That would be nice. Paul says apple, oatmeal, vanilla, and sugar. We're going to have lots of different ideas here. The tricky part's going to be trying to narrow this down to figure out how we want to do this. And I'm not saying we can't do more than one scent. That's just, we're in new territory here. We can definitely, Paul's making pie. We can definitely do that. That's just, it's our show, right? It's like however we want to mold this show into however we want it to be is, I think, what we're going to do. I don't have all the ideas, of course. I'm just like, hey, you know what? I want to see what everybody wants to make, and let's do a show and see how we can all kind of collaborate on scents. And if you guys want to have a show where we make several scents all together at once versus one, that's cool with me. What do you guys want? It's your time, it's my time, and however we want to do it. So what do you guys like? Do you think we should just be free flowing? And I don't want to follow any scripts, in other words. I like yeah, Paul says he's hungry, should eat before for these streams. Beta's like chocolate mint. Let me write his stuff down here. Chocolate mint. There's my dog out in the butterscotch. Coconut. My dogs have come upstairs. They're wrestling. Shaving. Chocolate mint, butterscotch, and coconut shaving. Let me just take this off the screen for a minute just to see if that'll make the show a little faster because of the fact that there's the streaming issue for some reason. So Paul's cool with whatever. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to have my daughters bring the dogs downstairs. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. We have a baby gate downstairs because we have a German Shepherd, and she's learned how to jump over the gate. So that is what it is. So yeah, Charlie says, the mix is better than us. I would take the ideas and see what you could think would work and sell. Yeah, well, that's true, but I also want this to be a learning experience for everybody too. So that's why. But yeah, definitely, I can definitely help with steering people in what I think will work and what I think might not work. All right. Quentin says, have to agree with bearded beta. I was trying to think of what to mix with coconut. Yeah. Coconut shavings, that's the thing. That fragrance oil does smell like coconut shavings. And when it's just by itself, you're right. It's like, this needs to be with something. Because when you just have the coconut shavings, it's not really something that I think would be the best seller, if you know what I mean. Bourbon, lemon, and maple syrup, says Bearded Joey. But I don't have maple syrup. That's the only thing about that. But that would be good. That would be sweet. With a nice hint of lemon, that would be nice. But unfortunately, I don't have the maple syrup. Spiced rum would smell awesome. Yeah. Well, I wonder if it would be kind of like a bay rum, because we do have a bay rum scent, but I don't know if the spiced rum, depending on what we spice it with, would be, that would be determined what it would be. So Beta says, see which of the few we come up with smell the best and announce it next Tuesday, which ones are good. That's a good idea too. I mean, so originally the idea was and so here's what I do, or at least, I mean, the long history of this show, right? This is all of the second week, is that after we get done talking about it, then I'll go down and I'll actually make it. And then I will rate it on our website, which it becomes available if you're interested in purchasing it. And I'll give you my honest opinion about how I think the scent is. If I think it's good, if I think it's bad, and if I think it's bad, why do I think it's bad? And I'll let you know my thoughts on that. So, and if I think it's good, why I think it's good. So that's the whole concept that I was originally thinking of. But the reality is that when we all get together, there's going to be lots of different ideas, which I want. And I love the creativity that you guys bring to the forum here. And as Charlie, I just noticed his comment. I personally just think it's cool that you have this forum for people to chat and discuss ideas. Most companies would not do this. Yeah, I do too. And it's because I love to hear you guys' opinion on what you're looking for. I mean, that helps me understand what it is that we can be doing for our customers. So yeah, I love it. I mean, maybe I think we're doing instead of, taking surveys, we're engaging with you because that's what I want to do. I want to talk to you guys. I want to get to know you guys and, because I like you guys. What can I say? Whiskey sour. Yeah. So that pineapple and oud. So what I'm going to do is I'll mix these things. Everything I'm writing down here on these notes, which I just stopped sharing my screen, but I'm going to take notes on that, and I will definitely put these together and see what they come up with. And maybe that's what we do. Maybe the best scent, that I think smells the best of all the ones we come up with, maybe that's what we'll do is we'll post that one on the site. So I don't know. We're seeing how it goes, but all I know is I'm having fun and you guys are having fun, I hope, and I think it's great. So just put Jack Daniels in your beard. Bam, spiced rum. No alcohol, right, in the beer. That's what I heard. Got to go get dinners. Dinner's ready. All right, Quentin. Thank you. I appreciate you. And watermelon, cantaloupe. I will look to see if we can get those fragrances for the future. Thank you very much too. I appreciate you, brother. Take care. Have a good dinner. Well, I wonder if a mixed fruit tobacco would be any good. Yeah, I do. I think so. We're definitely gonna. I mean, anything to do with tobacco and fruit. Hell yeah, I'm up for it. Mixed fruit and tobacco. You know, that reminds me of a little bit of. Let me check it on here instead of the computer because it's gonna just crash if I. This computer. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was. I don't know why it's too slow. That's what it is. I'm going to check a scent that we have for Beastly Beards because that scent is fruity, but I want to see what else it has in it because it's been so long since I've made that one. So that one is lemon, blackberry, cherry almond, Texas cedarwood, and clove. So like I'm thinking about this scent, but adding tobacco to that might be pretty nice. Yeah, tobacco with any fruit works well, in my opinion. Let the wife decide. Well, I mean, she'll definitely have a say into, I mean, she's making a lot of these scents. So, I mean, I'll make the first one and see how it goes. And then I'll make them too as we need to. But she's the one that's during the daytime while I'm working at my day job up here in this room. She's making a lot of the orders and she's just got it down to a science. So it's really cool. And Joey says, I think the pineapple and oud would be nice. Yeah, I do too. That would be cool. Mick Man says, what's up, Mick? Maybe like banana, pineapple, raspberry with a couple of different types of tobacco. Yeah. That would be really good. I mean, so banana, the first time I used that was in Monkey Business, which turned out to be phenomenal, you know. So that's amber, banana, and vanilla. Vanilla bean. Yeah, vanilla. So, oh, that microphone sounds so different when I turn my head. Yeah, I think so. I got to get a couple more tobacco scents too. We have Cuban tobacco, but I need to get a few more. Tobacco scents are money. Yeah, I mean, people really go for the Havana Getaway. They go for, well, Savage. So yeah, I mean, tobacco scents definitely do sell pretty well. Apple, banana, blackberry tobacco. Nice, good one. That would be good. A berry tobacco would be good. Mix several berries with tobacco. Just writing some more notes here. Berries with tobacco. Cool. We can definitely work on some things here like that. Now I got to think about how I'm gonna like you know how like when you have in your head how the format's gonna go, and then everything gets totally put on its head and shaken upside down. So I just need to work on how what I'll do for the website. And what I'll do is when I make the scent, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. I'll make the scent and whichever I'll make the different scents, and whichever one I think comes out the best, that's the one I'll put on the website for this week. And I guess that means that I won't have any negative comments because I think it's gonna be great. So we'll just be positive comments. So Pepperhead says, have I ever used hemp seed oil or hemp oil? I've used hemp seed oil. We have a what's called glow oil for women that we use hemp seed oil in. So we do have it. Yeah, I don't personally like the smell itself of the hemp seed oil, but we put lavender in that, and it tends to make it smell better. That's argan oil and hemp seed oil, 50%. We call it. I think for a little while we call it 50-50 glow oil. So it's literally 50% hemp seed oil, 50% argan oil. Let's see. Raspberry, blackberry, strawberry with tobacco. Strawberry. Let me double check. I don't have strawberry yet. I need strawberry. That's a good idea. All right, no, get strawberry, because that is definitely a scent that I can see we could use. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Bananas, caramel, and rum. Now that sounds good. All right. That's good. Bananas Foster scent, yes. Do like a top 5, and you can put a poll up on the site. Yeah, I mean, that's an idea too. We'll just kind of steer it in a direction that works for everybody. So yeah, we need strawberry and blueberry. Yeah, I don't have either of those. So yeah, definitely that would be really good. Strawberry and blueberry, call it like the blender or something. Because I just had a strawberry and blueberry. My daughter made it for me. It was like just a blend of that and some frozen vanilla yogurt. That was good. Oh, that would be good with vanilla too. Well, now we're talking about like, well, that could be kind of unisex, and maybe even some women would be interested in that for, say, body butter or something like that. Wow. Well, it's like 8:43, and we already have a ton of ideas out here. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a little bit different format than the last week. And so what I'll do, and we can keep chatting now. Like I'm not going to end the show unless everybody's got to go, but I don't mind hanging for a while too, if everyone wants to. A top 5 poll would be good. Choice 5 cents you like, and have a poll to see what customers want in the lineup next. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks you guys for that. That is really a good idea. And definitely with making these scents, I will give you my honest opinion about them and let you know what I truly think. I'm going to follow your instructions. Now, if I'm down there and I know maybe something we have can boost the scent of that to make it even better, in my opinion, with your permission, I'm just going to hope that you'll give that to me, and I'll just, take any liberties I need to, but I will stay faithful to the scents that we're coming up with here together, guys, because it is a collaboration. So, but I guess by that definition, I can add my own my own feelings about what will make it even best, and maybe nothing. It might be exactly what you're saying. So cool. I think, yeah, in talking it out with myself and you guys, that makes sense. Top 5 poll. I like that idea. So can you imagine if like a year from now we're still doing the show, and let's imagine there were hundreds of people that appreciated this type of interaction, and would it be a top 100 list in the future? Think big. That's what I say. Top 5 list poll, and I will do that poll on. I will do it on Instagram and on Facebook, because I want to kind of see what different people say. Create a different sample pack off the scents the community helped you create. Yeah, that's a great idea too. In fact, that's a really great idea because we have only four. Let's see, four. We have 3 sample packs right now. So each sample pack has 3 cents in it. So we have 4 sample packs times 3. So we have 4 sample packs. So let me see here. Charlie says you would have to retire some cents. I don't know. I mean, I've been going back and forth about that up until I did retire most of the cents, and I kept 12 of them. And that's right around when people who used to like those cents came back to me and said, hey, what about this cent? Don't you still have that? Don't you still have this? And so I was like, I can't not sell something if somebody wants it, because I mean, they want that cent and I have that cent. And so one of the things I love to do is listen to my customers, and I don't want to be like, no, I can't sell that because I want to make it a seasonal scent, because that just builds up this artificial sense of like, oh my gosh, I got to get this now, or you're not going to have it again. So I've just decided that's why we have so many scents. And in fact, I want to keep making more scents, but the scents that you guys want, that's what I'm interested in. So, I mean, I can only come up with, 50 or so on my own before. I'm like, I want to get feedback from you guys about what scents you want. And so that's what started this whole thing about this collaboration corner. So let's see. Those sample packs are great, by the way. If anyone's interested, I got 2 of them yesterday. Oh, thank you. Yes, the Ferocious Collab Team Sample Pack. It'll be like, every 3 weeks we'd have a new sample pack if this keeps going. Pineapple and oud. Yeah, I definitely have that on the list here. I want to try that too. That sounds really interesting because you've got the sweetness of the oud and the depth of that oud mixed with the tanginess of the pineapple. And I think that's going to smell nice. I really think that's going to blend well. Because unlike raspberry, which is more of a sweet smell, pineapple is more tangy than that. So I think that's going to be good. Could I do a custom carrier blend? For these scents, no. And I'll tell you why. So on our website, if you go to the Create Your Own Beard Oil, for like the first 2 years that we had that, we let people select which carrier oils they wanted, of the ones we had, of course, right? Grapeseed, apricot, sweet almond, jojoba. But the problem was that, in my opinion, if I made you a custom beard oil from Ferocious that had something for carrier oils other than what my carrier oil blends are, which are those 4 ingredients, when you get that, it's going to feel different than a Ferocious beard oil would expect to feel like. And so I decided just the beginning of this year to call what's called the Ferocious way, if you get it with those 4 scents or those 4 carrier oils. And then you can add your scents to it. But my concern was, I felt like if you got a blend of your own carrier oils that you picked, like let's say you picked all grapeseed oil or all apricot oil, it's going to feel super different than what my intention is for Ferocious beard oil to feel like in your beard. And so that's why I did that. I mean, I did a lot of thought to decide that too, because I mean, literally for 2 years I kept it going like that. But then I was like, I don't want people to, have it. I know it could smell good, it could smell bad. That's scent is one thing, but it has to feel like, good in your beard. And that's why I wanted to make sure that at least was fairly standardized. The berry tobacco and Irish coffee bourbon all sounds amazing to me. Yeah. Bananas, caramel, rum, and a little smoke. Okay, yeah. I mean, and like one guy, he wanted all jojoba oil, which okay, that's what we did because at the time that's what we offered. But um, I don't know. It just seemed like it was overkill for one particular type of oil when they all kind of add a unique blend. You know, they all add their unique qualities, I guess you could say. So for my notes, I have pineapple and oud, cedar leather, Cuban tobacco and barbershop. That's the second one. Raspberry porter and oatmeal stout, coffee, chocolate mint, and bourbon. And then I have apple, oatmeal, vanilla, and sugar, chocolate mint, butterscotch, coconut shavings. And then I just took notes about mixed fruit and tobacco, berries with tobacco. A note to myself to get strawberry and blueberry. And then bananas, caramel, and rum, which caramel, I don't have caramel. I have butterscotch, but I do not have caramel. But I'd be interested to see maybe how butterscotch would work. All right. So as far as the scents, then I think we'll call that a plan. We'll see how we do with those. Looks like we've got 11 people here. So we had 3 show up from Facebook, and we've got 9 actually now on the YouTube channel. And can someone do me a favor, if you don't mind? Right now, I've got 99 likes and subscribes, I should say, on YouTube. But I'm told that with 100, then you can change the name of it to like youtube.com/ferociousbeard. And I'm like 1 subscriber away from being able to test that theory out. If would someone mind just hitting that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, because I want to see if that would I'm just curious to see if that is something that's true. So where on the site can you see the results? That's a great question. Let me show you. Oh, cool. Let me see if I can open the site. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully it doesn't get too slow for the next minute or so. So on the website, if you go to, sorry, it is just drawing slowly. So on this top menu here, what I'm wanting to go is go to shop. It's only because I'm streaming out on this and it's trying to pull the site up at the same time. It's just acting super slow. Okay, here we go. Here's the top menu. So if you see under the top menu, then beard, oil, and balm, you'll see this collaboration corner. If you click that, that'll bring you to that category of the different scents that we'll be doing through this series here. And on yours, it'll be a lot faster, trust me. Okay, so like right now, we're working on this live collaboration episode 3, which is what we're talking about right now. So like last week, we did that episode 2 was the barista twist. And like I'll click on that and you can see my comments and my rating as it comes up. And then a link to the video. And then here's this was my final answer for this one because of the lime and bergamot. Now, the other one though, the Colorado Cabin, that one was really good. Let me see if I can get back there. Here we go. That was pine, peppermint, rosemary, sage, and fireplace embers, which is a nice sweet one. All right. Now that one worked out really well. It smells great. So again, the collection is called Collaboration Corner, and it is on the main menu. And then when you're on that product page, you can either get the beard oil or beard oil with castor, or a balm, a butter, or a wax. So those will stay up onto the site, as part of our history with all of us collaborating. So that's the goal, is to keep that up there, and we can, if you ever want to come back and grab a bottle or grab a balm or butter, it'll be there under that Collaboration Corner. So let's see. Yeah, it's still showing I've got 99 subscribers here. So when I get to 100, I'll be able to test that, and that'll be I'm just interested to see how I can make this more personalized, because it's hard to say, oh yeah, go to YouTube and search Ferocious Beard Company, and it's this particular number. So that's the reason. Bay rum, banana, and coconut shavings. Yes. We have some bay rum that just showed up too. Some new bay rum. Oops, let me stop sharing the screen. That way it'll be a little faster. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Super fast now. Bay rum, banana, coconut shavings. Yep. So, Paul, I hope that at least shows you where on the site you can find that. And it's on the mobile. Actually, you know what? I will, on the app, the mobile app, I'll make sure that I create a link to that collection, so you'll specifically be able to see the collection, because you can find the individual products on there, but it would be better, I think, if we actually had the actual collection for Collaboration Corner. That would really work out pretty cool. So I will do that. Let's see. I still got this margarita over here. Is anyone else having a margarita tonight, or am I the only one? A little happy Cinco de Mayo. Oh, thanks. You got me to 100. Awesome. Thank you so much. I had a beer-a-rita. Oh, nice. I think it's, I love margaritas. And since moving to Texas, I love Tex-Mex food too, more than Italian food, which I used to be a big fan of up in Rhode Island. But since moving here in 2007, I just love Tex-Mex food. So margaritas, I frequently look to go to a Tex-Mex just so I can have a margarita or two as well. So, because it tastes best, obviously, I think, with Mexican food. Let's see. I'm trying to think of any other things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is just a free-for-all. After we do that, yeah, there's some amazing Tex-Mex food in Texas. Which makes sense if you think about it. But it's different than just Mexican food. Tex-Mex food, it's spicier. Oh well, it's a different kind of spicy, and it's just, I really, really like it a lot. Let's see. Nick says, if you want good Italian, look up Krebs, Oklahoma. There's many amazing places there. All right. Yeah, for sure. Because, that's one thing about being away from the Northeast is, I will say, they've had some amazing Italian food up there in Rhode Island and in Boston. like I went to this restaurant up in Boston in the North End, it's called, is the name of the location, the name of the neighborhood. And the meatballs were like probably 3 inches round or 4 inches almost. They were huge. I'm going to change my URL to Ferocious Beard Company real fast. Should be less than 3 hours away from me. Cool. I will definitely take a look at that place and I'll check the menu, of course. And if it looks like it's worth the drive, I'll get up there sometime. I do go to Oklahoma sometimes. We go to Oklahoma City every now and then, which I really like Oklahoma City. We've been to a place when the kids were younger called Moore Family Farm, and that was in Moore, Oklahoma, which maybe years ago now, there was a pretty major tornado, which impacted that Moore Family Farm. They had some animals unfortunately died during that, but they've rebuilt it since, and they rebuilt a lot of that Moore, and it's really nice up there. Yeah, Tex-Mex is Mexican with a Texas twist, like just certain spices, poblano peppers, just the way they spice it up. It's just a little bit different than Mexican food, which is, to me, Mexican food is more, at least the ones I've had. Like I've been to San Antonio to some Mexican restaurants that were pure Mexican restaurants, not Tex-Mex. And the food to me was more bland than Tex-Mex, but it was still very good. It was fresh tasting, but it was not as spicy as, as Tex-Mex is. But Tex-Mex isn't, it depends on what you get, but to me, it's not super spicy. It's just spicy enough to add a nice flavor to the food. Mick says, okay, that's going to be convenient. It's 3 miles out of the way on the way to Oklahoma City. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 3 miles. That's, speaking of that, like when you're on a road trip and you're like, I guess I'll stop at McDonald's or something, or wherever you're going to stop. And you can see, oh, good, it's the next exit. And you get to the exit and it's like 6 miles down this way or 4 miles this way. You're like, what the hell? I just wanted to just jump off and jump back on. I don't want to drive halfway through Creation just to go to a restaurant, especially when on a road trip. Let's see. Yeah. So I will say too, like when people come to visit from the Northeast to me, they will frequently, if they haven't been here before, like if we get like chips and salsa or something, the salsa here is a lot more spicy than it is up there. And so they'll take a chip typically and they'll dip it in the salsa. They'll try a bite. And then I notice they'll eat the chips plain after that. I'm like, well, I guess I'll have your salsa if you don't want it, because I really like the salsa now. 10 miles off the exit. Okay, but for that's cool. I mean, it's specifically for that. Or depending on if you're talking about like, something you hoping it's right off the exit and it's 10 miles off the exit. Exactly. It's like, now I probably have to get gas too by the time I get back, because that's like 20 miles. Yeah. Spicy salsa. Me too. Smoky, spicy salsa is, to me, the best. Salsa's good in the DC area. Cool. I've only been to the DC area. My buddy, when I was just got out of the Air Force, he was in the Air Force at Andrews Air Force Base. And so I went to go visit him before he got out, because he went in before I did. Oh no, I'm sorry. He went in after I did. And so by the time I was done, he was still finishing up, kind of catching up to me. And he spent his whole career, his whole 4.5 years at Andrews Air Force Base. And so I went down there to Prince George County, I think it was called, and visited him. And I was 24 at the time, so That was 34, wow, 24 years ago. So I don't remember what we ate, but I remember, you know, hanging out with him and just being in the area. I remember landing there and seeing where they store Air Force One. That was pretty cool because when you fly over Andrews coming in, and I remember seeing where they stored Air Force One. It was like this octagon looking thing from the sky. It was pretty cool. Redneck says he used to live near Andrews Air Force Base in California, but Andrews is in DC. Which base was it in California, Redneck? And I've been to yes, Edwards Air Force Base is out there in California. That's got some history right there, that airport. And when you're flying over that airport, they've got this huge compass, like I'm talking probably at least a mile in circumference, if not longer. And so they use it for like when planes are doing test flights, they can calibrate their compass by the one that's on the ground. But yeah, that's a huge compass, and that's a huge Air Force base out there too. That's where the shuttle would land sometimes. Because I think I remember you saying you'd watch the shuttle land, which I never got the chance to do. I did see it take off one time before they stopped the program, but I've never seen the shuttle land, and that's something I always wanted to do because I always wanted to hear that double sonic boom as it was coming into land, that and then it would come in and land. But I've only seen landings on TV. So you used to play soccer there in kindergarten. Cool. Let's see. So we have currently 6, 7 viewers live. Do you guys you see on the live streams we do on Friday nights now, if we do giveaways on the lives for that, and one of the things I've started doing to do extra giveaways is that if somebody, not necessarily anyone in the audience, but if anybody in the world happens to make a purchase at the time that we're broadcasting live, then I would do what's called a bonus giveaway, and it just allows for the opportunity to do more giveaways while we are, let me show you this. In fact, you know what? Let's do a giveaway, and I'll show you what it would seem like if you see this bonus giveaway. I think it's a pretty cool concept. So this is what would happen. So that would go off if somebody made a purchase, and then we would do a giveaway. And since we did that, we'll do a giveaway if you guys are up for that, just because I appreciate you guys coming on here and giving us great ideas. Well, we got some comments going on here. Let's see. Well, why is Area 51 so popular? What about the other areas? Like, yeah, right? 51's got all the secret stash of stuff that they don't want anybody to see. I think Area 50 has all the brooms and mops. So they're not really interested in that. All right, so we'll do kind of like how we do on the other live. So I will pick a number, and since we've got 8 people here, we'll do a number between 0. Oh, no, I'm 0. Do a number between 1 and let's say 4. And I will have the system pick a number, okay? And then when I say go, which I haven't said yet, but when I say go, you guys just start typing one number between 1 and 4, and we will see who gets that number. So let's say go. 1 through 4, one number between 1 and 4. We'll do a little countdown just to kind of get people to pick up the keyboard and start typing. Plus, this also lets me look on the video later to see if I have to remember who won if we did a couple of giveaways. Okay, everyone stop. All right, and the number okay, so it looks like Bearded Beta was the last person to type a few numbers. So all right, the number I'm seeing is Bearded Beta, but that was after I said to stop. So we'll do it one more time. I'll pick a new number. And on your mark, get set, type. And just remember, one number per person. All right, get the little counter going here, and then when that thing stops, then we will just see where we're at. All right, stop. Man, I tell you what. I'm going to do it again. Look at this. This was the number, but Beta did it more than once. He typed several numbers, so that's why he didn't get it that time. But let me just confirm, make sure no one else had that number, because I think I didn't see it. What are the chances of that? Yeah. Nope. All right, let me just randomize this again. Okay. And do it one last time. I think someone's going to be lucky this time. All right. Stop. Well, the number I have is number 3. And I show that Redneck Viking was the first person for that 3 to show up in. So congratulations, Redneck. I'm testing a new thing with prizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 1,000 Ferocious funds, which equals $25. And really how that's going to work, I'll tell you 2 things. One is why I'm going to do this. And the reason for it is that especially on days when there's a lot of giveaways, the way this interaction works, when I don't necessarily have your Instagram username or your Facebook name, I'll somehow have to reach out to you or get the word out that I'm looking for you to send me a message about what you're interested in. So rather than do that and delay getting your prize out to you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once I reach out to you, I'll just get your username that you log into Ferocious Beard Company with. Like you can create a account there, a free account. And then I'll add points to that account. And so 1,000 Ferocious funds is worth $25. So that way you can log in anytime you want to and use those points for up to $25 worth of something, whatever it happens to be. It could be an oil, a balm, a butter, wash, whatever you want. And if you want to get extra stuff, you can too, but you don't have to. And I don't know. I think that makes it easier for me to be what's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes if I see you're the winner, but I reach out to you and then maybe I don't hear back till the next day, or if I'm at lunch or something or at work, my regular job, and I'm not right at my computer and I can't add your order right to the computer, sometimes it leads to delays just because I got too many things at the moment that I reach out, that I hear back from you. So that's why I'm thinking this is going to help me be more, what's the word? Faithful, I guess you could say, to making sure that I get our stuff out to you in a timely manner. Because once it's in the Shopify order system, we've got that and it's easy. We're going to ship it out within 1 to 2 business days. But if it's like, oh man, I got to add his address, his name, then what is it that he wanted? Did he want a butter, a bomb? What scent was it? So it just makes it easier. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. So I'm going to give you 1,000 Ferocious funds, which is $25. Oh yeah, sure. It's ferociousbeard.com. Yeah, let me throw that up there. I don't know why I had not before, but okay, there's a little thing at the bottom of the screen now, but code 2020 will save you 30% for the rest of this week. And I think starting next week, we'll bring that back down to the reasonable 20%, but it's been at 30% now since we've all been stuck at home. So definitely, if you want the 30% discount, use code 2020, and that works on all the beard products. It won't work on apparel, but it'll work on all the beard products. John, I appreciate that. If you're interested in a damn good beard oil, definitely check out Ferocious, and I guarantee all our products too. So if you're not satisfied with it, you will have not lost any money, because you can reach out to me and I'll either swap out for a different scent or product, or I'll give you your money back. No questions asked. So thank you. Yes, and as Redneck reminds us, there is an app for Ferocious. So if you go to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, you can search for Ferocious Beard Company, and we have an app. And I send out things maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Like today, we've got a free boar bristle brush with any purchase over $20 today. Yes, that will be made, and I'm shipping that out prior to you, Charlie, to make sure that gets there. Actually, that might have already gone. I got to double check, because my wife, she made a bunch of stuff, and I shipped out 12 orders about 5:40 this afternoon. So it was a busy day. That was good. Thanks, Charlie, for the reminder. Sometimes when you're printing out the label, and now again, I know I did that mistake where we swapped out 2 labels before, but that was only once in almost 3.5 years. But when I'm actually like, I've got the order up in front of me, and my wife got all the different orders stacked up on the desk where we make it. They're all lined up really beautifully. I've taken pictures of it before, but it's a pretty smooth process, and so I don't know how that mistake happened, but it's pretty efficient usually. So oh, you were an ambassador for a company for the last 2 years and you got sick and you had to shut down. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, John. I really am. I hate when other companies close, because I really like some of these guys. They're great people, and we help each other. There's a lot of beer companies who we get together with each other over this, either live at events, or we'll just meet up every now and then. And it really hurts me when another company has to close, because there's some really good companies out there, and it's we learn from each other, We've had when we first started the Magical Beard Company. That's one. It sounds familiar, but I'm not intimately familiar with that company. Oh, the comb in the bento box is a perfect shower comb. Like, it's fully waterproof or something. It's peach wood, so it's a good comb. And the first time I ever got combs, I didn't put our logo on it for some reason. So I just had combs, and this time around when I ordered them, I made sure to have our logo on it. So that way, at least when all is said and done, that comb will still survive and last, and you'll be like, I'm hopeful that you'll be like, hey, Ferocious, maybe I'll check out Ferocious Beard Company. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that. And also in that bento box, we put the Rio Grande. First time we've had a 1 ounce beard butter in a tin. And so I think most times when companies put products in a tin, the presumption is it's probably in a bomb. But it was the only, at the time that we worked out a deal with the bento box, that was the only 1 ounce container I had were these 1 ounce tins. So we put them in there, and I got special labels for them. And as a result, I'm going to probably have a 1 ounce option for the beard butters too, coming up, because we have the 2 ounce, and then we recently added a 4 ounce glass jar for the butters. And I think it would be nice to have a 1 ounce too for someone who wants to maybe try it, but not spend $18.99. But I'm not sure what the price will be for the 1 ounce. Probably like $12.99. But some people use codes, which I want and hope people use codes, because I want people to get the best deal they can. So, hey, what's up, Red Beard Ryan? How you doing? Thanks for jumping in. Oh, cool. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. I'll be the first to admit that, we're just kind of winging it here and forming this show to make it what the best it can be. And of course, there's plenty of room for improvement, but it's fun, and I really enjoy doing this. It gets me in front of people that I want to talk to, and like you guys. And especially like we're not doing the farmers markets and stuff, so I'm not going out and interacting with people, and I just love to do that. It's something that, I don't know, it's like, especially with something that I love doing. I love making the beard oils and the beard balms, and I love the fact that my wife is so engaged in it as well. It's really been great, I think, for our family, as far as kind of working together. It's just, it's different, and I feel blessed and lucky that I have someone else that can do a lot of the Ferocious work while I'm doing the day job too, because it allows for us to be faster than some companies at getting stuff out, and it allows us to do something that we both enjoy together. So thank you. I like the 2 ounce of my oil since I use butter twice daily. Cool. Do you think that, we have the 4 ounce also, and some people have bought it since I added that. But do you think it's overkill, 4 ounces? I know anything over 4, I think, is overkill. Let's see. I'm gonna load Beard down low up, make them show me where you do farmers market sales when this crap is over. So there's 2 places that we've been doing farmers markets: Keller, Texas, at a place called Bear Creek Park, and then in Watauga, which is the next town over from Keller. In it's the Watauga Farmers Market, which is in basically a parking lot. So it's definitely it's a little bit different than a park setting, but it's kind of cool too, because you have people that are just going to shop at the regular shops there, and they happen to see all these canopies and like, oh, what's going on? Is there some kind of a farmers market? And the people in Keller, those are, it's a park, so they're walking their dogs, they're getting their tomatoes, they're doing things like that. So it's like, you kind of expect the shoppers in Keller are there for mostly buying food and vegetables and things like that. But in Watauga, because people are just not even knowing there's a farmer's market, you really never know who's going to show up. And sometimes you get more people who are specifically interested in beard products at a place like that, because they're not like, it's just a random group of people every week that are just there to go shopping. 4 ounce would be good for some. I like to buy a lot of scent, so the 2 ounce with butter. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think so too. The 2 ounce and the 1 ounce seems to match up timing wise. And at one point in time, I was even thinking about doing like a subscription model, but the only thing is like maybe like every month would be a different scent from Ferocious, because we certainly have enough scents to do that. But then again, you can buy those scents anytime. So I don't think it necessarily makes sense to do that kind of thing. I also on the website I did a shout out to the Beard Bento box on our main page. It's like the second banner. We have one of those sliding banners. So definitely, if you haven't tried the bento box, I have a link to his website on the page because it's a great idea, I think, especially when you can get samples of companies you may not have heard of before. I know, like, for example, some people had not heard of Ferocious Beer Company before they got that sample. And, you know, we've had several customers, new customers as a result of that. So I think it's been great overall for both for customers who receive his box as well as for us, because now people are exposed to new things. Oh, hey, now there's an idea. Your subscription could be the collab scent of the month voted on that poll. That would be interesting. That would be kind of cool. It would be like a unique scent for that month. Although at the moment, all these scents are available for, you know, indefinitely. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I know, like, when I tried to do it before, I did set it up with one of those, I forget what the payment processor was, but it basically charged your card once a month. And then I had it up there for a little while, and I didn't actually get any customers do the subscription. And then I pulled the plug on it because I was like, wait a minute, I don't really have a plan for it. So, John, we do have an app. If you go to, let me show you. Well, if you go to, I don't know if you have an iPhone or an Android, but either way, it'll still work. If you go to the App Store, let me see. And then just search for Ferocious Beard Company. And it should look like this. And then you can just, when you download the app, it'll look like this. There's a $5 coupon that you can use. There's a link to our YouTube channel. And then you also have the different categories, you know, beard oils, balms, things like that. Veterans save 25%. Oh, did you guys hear the news about that, by the way? Oh yeah, turn the notifications on too. That's a good idea. So with veterans, I've been doing that since we started in 2017. Veterans save 25% on everything at Ferocious. And I've just recently changed the authentication app that, you know, make sure that they're actually veterans. So because of that, I'm able to also, because it's a new app, I can authenticate law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMS, essentially federal, state, and city employees too. You can use codes through the app. The only thing, John, that won't work, actually there's several things that won't work. Regular codes will work in the app. However, free shipping over 35 does not work because that is an auto discount on the website. So if you're spending over $35, I would recommend using the website, even on your phone, because you'll get the free shipping, because that's an app that automatically discounts it once it reaches $35. But on the app can't recognize that functionality. It doesn't tie in with that auto discount. It will only recognize physical discount codes that you type in. So But I mean, there's also the benefit is though, if you have the app, you'll get notification of sales that are going on. Like today, if you make any purchase over $20, you get a free brush, boar bristle brush, which looks like this. And it's, it's wood, boar bristles, and it's free if you spend over $20. So we have currently 4 people watching through YouTube. Excuse me one second, I'm just gonna cough. So John, were you able to find that? And then on the website, we also have a link to the app, like in the main menu. If you look at it, it says app, and then you click on that, it'll bring you to our page that has a link to both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Oh, you had a notification when you woke up about the brush. Charlie, what time did you wake up? Because I think I sent that. When did I send that? Did I send that? I think I sent that at my lunchtime, which would have been around 1 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. So we just got 2 new viewers on Facebook. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Collaboration Corner. This is where we, as a group, come together and create scent ideas, which will then roll out onto the ferociousbeard.com website. It's a great way to kind of, for me, to get ideas about what you all are looking for. Yes, you can definitely use 2020 on the app for sure, and you'll save 30%. Again, that'll be through Sunday night. After Sunday night, I'm going to switch it back to 20%, only because there are parts of the country that are starting to open up again, and hopefully, although we're still cautious, of course, but that's one of the reasons we stayed open, whereas other companies were closing, is because working from home for my day job, and then, of course, we work out of our home for Ferocious, and we don't expose ourselves really to people outside, which is lonely as hell. That's why I enjoy doing this too, because I get a chance to talk to you guys. Logan, yeah, this is a little longer than last week's, right? I think last week we're one and done, right? We were in for like 35 minutes or 40 minutes, and then that was it. So this one's definitely lasted longer, which is cool. We're just kind of talking and just catching up and talking about all sorts of things here. We should have a drinking game. Whenever Nate says ferocious or giveaway, we have to take a drink. Well, we did one giveaway earlier, so that was fun. But then sometimes on the app, we'll do things like anyone who buys anything today, you're going to get a free bottle of beard oil, or you'll get a free comb. It all depends. All depends on, whatever I think is going to be a great deal, worthwhile. So I'll do that. Rum punch scent. You know what? That sounds interesting, because we have a ferocious fruit punch that we could easily add maybe some little extra to, and make that smell more like an alcoholic scent drink rather than just a fruit punch drink. It kind of smells like Hawaiian punch at the moment, but it smells good though. Well, this is all I got left. And I had one of these. Another thing that we're going to start rolling out in June 1st, is we're doing a test run with this organization called Just One. And their mission is to help veterans who are in need find the benefits and help that they may need. So what we're doing is we don't have a ton of money, but we do have a lot of beard oil. And so what we're going to do is every time anybody purchases a beard oil from Ferocious from June 1st through the end of August, we're going to set aside a second bottle of beard oil, and we're going to donate that beard oil to Just One to help distribute to veterans in need. So, and of course, I'm going to be completely transparent about how many bottles of beard oil we donate. I have always been transparent with you guys about pretty much everything we do at Ferocious, so there's no reason to stop that now. So I'm going to let you guys know how many we donate, and we're going to do that once a month. And like, in other words, at the end of each month, we're going to pack that box up of however many beard oils we're sending, and we're going to send it down to Florida to Just One. And then we'll do the same thing at the end of July and the end of August, and we'll see if we're making some sort of impact. And if we are, and it's helpful, then we're going to continue that on. But I wanted to do it for at least 3 months to give it a fair shot and see if these oils can be distributed to the people that I think would benefit from them. So hopefully it continues. I think it's you know, I like giving back if we can, in ways that we can, but still allow us to be, you know, profitable and to continue to grow and do more good if we can. So we'll have to see how it goes, but I think it's going to be good. I've got a good feeling about this one. Thanks, John. Thanks, Charlie. And it is 9:30. Believe me, I will still make that custom scent. I have like 2 scents that I need to make. How will I know who gets them? Sure, I may not know the individual people that get them, but the groups that I'm working with, 2 groups, really, it's Just One, which is a new organization, charitable organization, but they are also working with Canine Heroes for Heroes, which has been around for several years now, and they have a lot of connections to veterans organizations, and like, for example, they're going to be they've got contacts in various states for some veterans who are in nursing homes at the moment, or they're in halfway homes, and so they have contacts who they can distribute the oils to and bring them as part of a gift package to various veterans in need in these homes. But the thing was, for me, I don't necessarily have those contacts to make sure that it's the best that I can be to distribute it. So that's why I needed to make sure that we were partnering with a legitimate, you know, nonprofit organization whose specific mission was to have those contacts. So that's why I was waiting to find the right organizations to do this. And again, that's also why we're doing it just for 3 months to start with, because if I find that it's not impactful, or these boxes are just sitting around, then I'm going to ask for them back, and we're going to find another organization that can deliver on that. But I have high hopes and expectations that who we're partnering with now will be able to do that. Can I put that on IG as well? Yes. I did make one post on IG, but yeah, I'm going to definitely, as we get closer to June 1st, roll out some more information about that too, because I think it's important to, I mean, not to toot my own horn, that's not really the intent, but, you know, obviously the more exposure of this program, then the more someone might, you know, they may be persuaded to buy a Ferocious beard oil. And then we're definitely going to set aside a second bottle for every single oil that we sell, whether it's a new day or it's a regular blend, or if it's someone buys 5 oils, however many oils they get, that's how many oils we're going to set aside and pack and ship out once a month. So, I mean, it'd be great if I could keep up exactly with you're getting this oil, you're getting this oil, but I just don't have the bandwidth to manage all of that. And that's why I really do rely on the help of these organizations. And maybe someday I'll be able to do this full time. Let's see. Do people on Facebook feed ever win your giveaways, or should we use Instagram? So when I'm like right now, as we're broadcasting on Facebook and on YouTube. We're not broadcasting live on Instagram at the moment. So when I get the feed in StreamYard, which is the program I'm using to set this video up, I get the feed from both Facebook and from YouTube. And so when I do a giveaway, I will see the answers from both Facebook users and YouTube users. Now, unfortunately, if you're on YouTube, you won't see the Facebook answers, and if you're on Facebook, you won't see the YouTube answers. But I see them both come in here. So that's a good point, though, and I had not mentioned that earlier, and I probably should have, and I will try to remember to mention that going forward. That, you know, when these feeds come in, it's whatever one I see come in first. I have to go by that one because it timestamps it, not with seconds, but it timestamps it with the hour and the minute. Hey, what's going on, Metal Chef? How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Right, yeah, so I answered that one. So Charlie says he's a business guy. Charity is great, but it's also good marketing. Yeah, it is. And I don't want to come off as being like, you know, here's what we're doing, so you have to buy from Ferocious. This is strictly because I just want to help people who might need it. And again, it's not like, you know, we're not donating new homes, but we can donate what we have, which is beard oil. That's our main business, right? So that's what we can donate. And if we can help somebody feel better about themselves because they're able to groom their beard, then I'm happy to help with that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I stand for, you know. And I get too, like, I mean, there are some veterans that they don't expect to thank you. They don't necessarily even want you to thank them. I mean, when I was in the Air Force, I had a great time. I was lucky enough. I wasn't in actual combat. I was in Desert Storm. I was in during the Desert Storm period, but I was not in Desert Storm. I was guarding a housing unit in Germany at the time. That's where I was deployed to, Prüm, Germany. And then I went to Zaku, Iraq, and Salopi, Turkey as part of something called Operation Provide Comfort, where we were helping the Kurds after Desert Storm. So that's where I ended up, you know, and I was in Germany for 2 years, Italy for a year, and Wyoming for my last year. And so I had a awesome time in the Air Force. I know that's not the case for everybody. And I know a lot of people go through a lot of shit, you know, when they go into the military, and they sometimes get PTSD. And I know I can say I did not experience that, and I feel fortunate that I did not experience that. But I mean, anybody who goes in, you never know if your number is going to be called, and you're the one that's going to go somewhere you might not necessarily want to go, right? So luck of the draw, I guess. So what else is everybody up to this week? Not much, Goldilocks. So what kind of potato soup did you make? Like, was it like a baked potato soup? Let's see. Well, we've got like about 5 people here on YouTube. And we've been running an hour and 45 minutes, guys. Cheesy potato soup. Nice. I have to go out tomorrow and run some errands and get my mom a Mother's Day card. Yeah, guys, Mother's Day is this coming Sunday. So don't forget to get your cards if you can. I need to do that too. I'll do that tomorrow. So I'll be probably going to, I hate going to the stores at this time though, but I'll probably go to like Walgreens or something with my mask. Or I could send maybe an Amazon gift card or something. Maybe that would be the way to do it this year. Because my mother's up in Rhode Island. Your older brother turns 40. The big 4-0. So I'm 48 myself. So, man, it just seems like I was 30 like not so long ago because we had a we had a surprise party. Oh no, Charlie, that's a great idea. Making cards. I like that. That's a good idea because then you don't have to go out. You can just be creative at home. I like that idea. Well, I think we should probably call it a night because I got to go make some beard oil. And then I will update the site once I've made these oils that I'm going to select from and let you know what I think. And then we'll do a top 5 list poll. So let's establish where we'll do the poll then. I think it makes sense to do the poll. Well, let's see. If I post it on Instagram, it will cross post to Facebook. So I'll make the poll in Instagram. I think the post will also cross post. If it doesn't cross post, I know postings will cross post. I don't know if polls will though. But look on our Instagram, which is Ferocious Beard Crew, and then look on our Facebook, which is Ferocious Beard Company, and I'll put the poll on all of those. Yeah, I'll post it to Instagram and it'll cross post anyway. So, and I'll do it in such a way that, people can put comments about, what they think. So that's a good idea. So hopefully you guys will see that. Hope you guys are all subscribed to Ferocious Beard Crew or follow us on Instagram, Ferocious Beard Crew. And I'll get that out later this week. It won't be immediately. It'll be before the Friday broadcast though, because we do the Ferocious Friday Free for All Friday night, 8 o'clock Central Time, and we do a lot of giveaways. And don't forget, we also do those bonus giveaways on Friday nights anytime someone happens to just make a purchase. So it's a fun time, and we try to have a guest every Friday. I will be reaching out. I think we're going to have somebody from the band Demise, who we just did a collaboration sent with. I think they're going to be on the show this Friday night. So we will have that to talk about. And other than that, we're going to have a great time. You guys have any last parting shots here before we wrap it up? Redneck says he's going to be 36 on June 25th. the same day the Korean War started and same day General Custer was killed on. So that's 8 days after my birthday, which is June 17th. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks so much for, sticking around and having fun here. It's been a great time, and we will see you guys on Friday night, hopefully at 8 o'clock Central Time. Take care, guys.